Well, this question here is asking us to simplify, and there's a lot going on here, but it wouldn't disturb us if we remember our bod mass. So remember our bod mass, and bod mass basically tells us that brackets must be done before multiplication, before subtraction, all of which are happening here in our problem. So let's begin with the brackets, and we are told here to subtract from 1/2 versus subtract 1/3. So all we do is we realize that we need to find our common denominator, which will be 6, because the LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. Well, 2 times 3 give us 6, so 1 times 3 will give us here 3, and 3 times 2 give us 6, so there must be a 2 here. And when we solve it, we know that we're going to get 1/6. So that's the value of our first bracket. When we look at our second bracket over here, we got the opposite, 1/3 take away 1/2. Again, we know we're going to have a fraction out of 6. What do we do here? Times it by 2, so this becomes a 2. What do we do here? Times it by 3, so this becomes a 3. When we subtract here, we're going to get negative 1/6, because 2 take away 3 is negative 1. Make sure you see that. So then when we move on now, we need to just here maybe clear some little space for ourselves. Let's swap this out so that we can see what we're doing. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to substitute these values in. So we have 1/3, then a bracket, and here it became 1/6, and then here it was take away, and then here we have 1/3, and then here we have negative 1/6. So that's what happens. Now we know that when you have here a number outside the bracket, it multiplies the contents of the bracket. So 1 times 1 is 1, 3 times 6, 18. And then here, 1 times 1 is 1. And here also 3 times 6 is 18. But be mindful here, because 1 times 1 is 1, alright, but negative times negative is positive. So this becomes a plus 1/18. So when we add them together, we're going to get 2/18. Can't leave it like that, because we always want our answer in the simplest form. 2 will go here once, 2 will go here 9. So the answer should be 1/9. See how we worked it out? First we worked out the bracket, and then we still had to remember that negative times negative gives us positive as we were multiplying out. And so in the end, we got our answer. Study this carefully, and then have a go at some similar questions.